Hello and welcome to this new video tutorial of out of stock notification for Magento 2. And in today's video tutorial, we'll be showing you the backend configuration of the out of stock notification for Magento 2 extension, and we'll also be showing you the workflow of this extension and the web store front end. So before we proceed further, let me give you an overview of this extension. Well, using this extension, the users would be able to get notified when any of the out of stock products get back into stock. So the users just have to provide their email address, and then the users get notified via mail when the product gets back into stock. Apart from that, the admin can choose to notify the users automatically or manually depending upon the need of the admin. And the registered customers, whenever they're trying to get the notification, their email address would be auto-filled on the product page. Apart from that, the guest users can also enter the email ID for receiving the in-stock mail whenever the product gets back into the stock. So let's get ahead and let's see how this extension works. But before that, let's go to the admin backend panel of this extension and let's see what different configuration settings are there for this particular extension. So here I am at the web store backend. So let me log into the admin panel first. So I've logged into the admin backend panel of the Magento 2 web store, and here I'll navigate through stores, configuration, and on the configuration page under the web pool block, you'll find the options for the auto stock notification. So here we have this sub menu option under the web pool block. We'll just tap that up, and this will bring up the configuration settings for the out of stock notification for Magento 2. So here we have a number of settings that need to be configured initially before making use of this extension. So let's go through each of these settings one by one, and let's see how we can configure the extension in the first place. So the very first option that we have is to enable out of stock notifications. So here what we can do is we can enable the module for use at the front end, and for that we need to select the option as yes. Otherwise, if you want to disable this particular extension at the front end, you need to select it as no. So here we have enabled the extension. After that, we have the general settings. So under the general settings, we have three options. The very first one is to select the notification method. So here the admin can select the notification method as auto or manual. If auto has been selected, then whenever the product gets back into stock, at that time the customer would receive an email for the same. And for the manual one, the admin needs to manually notify the customers that the product is back into the stock. So that were the two main options, the auto and the manual selection notification methods. After that, we have the admin email address. So here the admin needs to enter his email address that would be used to send the emails to send the email notifications for the in-stock product. And lastly, the admin needs to enter his name. So that was the options that we have under the general settings. So we have enabled the out of stock notifications. Then we have chosen the notification method as auto, entered the admin's email address and the admin name under the general settings. Now we'll come to the low stock notification settings. So here we can set up the low stock notifications as well. So here we have an option of a yes or a no, whether you want to enable the low stock notifications or no. If we select this as yes, then the users will receive the notifications whenever a product gets low in stock. Then we have the option of low stock quantity. So the admin has to set the quantity of low stock notification. So whenever the stock of the product reaches 5 or below 5, the low stock notification will be sent to the receivers. Under the select receivers, the admin has to select the receivers who will be receiving the low stock email notification, and for that the admin can select the subscribers or all customers, and it all depends upon the admin's choice whether he wants to set up the low stock notifications for all customers of the web store, or whether to the users who have subscribed to the low stock notifications. So after that we have the select low stock notification template, and under this field the admin needs to select the email template for the low stock notification, and that's the default one that you need to select up. So that was about the low stock notification settings. And lastly we have the auto stock notification email settings, and here the admin would be able to configure the out of stock email notifications. So the very first one that we have is receive email on new request. So if we have enabled this option as yes, then the admin would be notified of a new request for the out of stock notifications. So the other option that we have is select admin notification template. So here you need to select the default template to notify the admin regarding a new request. So you'll select that up for this option. Then we have notify customer about new request. So if you enable this option, then the customer would be notified about a new request. So after that we need to select the customer notification template from the drop down here. So this template will notify the customers regarding their registration. And lastly we have the select product in stock notification template. So here you need to select the default notify customers regarding product in stock template. So you'll select that up, and lastly we'll tap the save configuration button to save the settings for this particular out of stock notification for Magento 2 extension. So let me go through these settings once again, and we'll save the configuration thereafter. So for the receivers I've selected as subscribers, and let me save the configuration first. So I've saved the configuration for the out of stock notification for Magento 2 extension. So now what I'll be doing is I'll be taking you to the front end, and we'll see the workflow of this particular extension there. So here I am at the Magento 2 web store at the front end, and here I am on the product page. So here you can see this text boxes there, wherein the users need to enter their email address. Basically the guest users can also register themselves for receiving the in-stock emails, as well as a registered customer can also ask for the notification emails. So if it's a registered user, then the email ID field gets auto-filled if you're already logged in to your account. Otherwise you need to enter your email address for receiving the notifications. So let's do one thing, let's enter the email address and let's see how this extension works. So I'll set up the email address. So I'll tap the notify me button. So whenever this particular product gets back into the stock, I'll receive an email for the same. So here you can see that we also have a notification message that says we'll notify you when the product will be in stock. So that was how a guest user would be able to subscribe for the notifications or the in-stock notification for a particular product. And whenever this product gets back into stock, an automatic email for in-stock would be sent to the customer. So let me show you the email that I have received for the same. So here you can see that as soon as the user entered his email address and tapped on the notify me button, the user received this email that you have been successfully registered for the product, and whenever the product gets into stock, you will be notified. So this is how the email is received by the guest user in the first place after he is registered for the notification emails, and the same goes for the registered user as well. So let me take you back to the front end now. So let me show you when this product gets back into stock. Right now you can see that it says out of stock here. So whenever the product gets back into stock, the users should get a notification email for the particular product. So I'll show you that after it gets in stock, we'll receive another email there. So let me refresh the page for you, and let me show you this. Right now it says out of stock. Now I refresh the page. So here you can see that now the product is in stock, right? So let me go to the email, and here you can see that I've again received the email, and it says that the product has arrived in stock, so hurry up before it goes out of stock again. Also now we can see that in case this is a registered customer who is already logged into the web store, so if he tries to subscribe to the low stock notifications or in stock notifications, what we say, then here you can see that the email address field is auto filled, and the registered customer just needs to tap the notify me button to receive the first to register or to subscribe for the low stock notification. And now whenever this out of stock product comes back into stock, at that time the registered customer will also be notified on the same email address that you can see here. So let me show you the email as well that the registered customer has received after registering himself for the notifications. So here you can see that John Doe has requested auto stock notification for the product, and whenever the product gets back into stock, the customer would be notified of the same using the email. So let me get back to the front end now. So now whenever the product comes back into stock, another email would be sent out to the customer. So I've already received the in stock notification because I've set up the in stock for the product. So here you can see on the right hand side the product is in stock, and I have received the email for the in stock notification as well. So here you can see that the mail says that the product has arrived in stock, so hurry up before it goes out of stock again. So that was how the auto stock notification for Magento 2 extension works. The users or the guest users just need to enter the email address, tap the notify me button, and whenever the product gets back into stock, they'll receive an email notification for the same. And whenever the users register themselves, they also receive a registration email for the product for the particular product there. And apart from that, the admin will be able to see all of the what we say as subscriptions in the admin backend for the notifications. So let me show you that. Let me go to the backend, and here on the left hand panel you can see the auto stock notification menu option is there, and here we can see all the requests that have been made for the different products within our store. So the admin can easily view the name of the product and the status, whether notified or the status is pending. If we are doing it manually, if we have set up the manual configuration for the notifications, then the admin needs to manually select the products, and from the actions drop down, the admin can send the notifications to the respective customers. And here the admin has a complete list of the products and the respective customer emails or the customers that have registered for the in-stock notification there. So that was it about the Magento 2 auto-stock notification extension for Magento 2. So if you have any questions or queries regarding this extension, then you can always get back to us at support@webpool.com, or you may raise a ticket at webpool.ubidesk.com. Thanks for watching this video and have a great day ahead.